Hi, my name is Snehal Patel and I'm with ARRI, and I want to talk to you a little bit about professional camera accessories, otherwise known as our PCA line. Specifically today we're going to talk about mini camera accessories for the camera like the DSLR camera, including the Mini Follow Focus 2, which is a brand new unit, the shoulder pad, and the matte box. The great thing about this matte box, the MMB2, is that it's very versatile. You can use lenses like the CP2 lens at 114 opening diameter, all the way down to smaller still lenses like this. Some still lenses move and others don't, and we have solutions for all of that to work with our mini matte box. What we're going to do is go over from start to finish how to put this kit together. So you're going to be able to see how we put the base plate on, the follow focus, accessories, and the matte box. So let's get started getting the kit ready for the Canon 5D. What we want to do is first put on the mini base plate. To do this correctly, we're going to have to use the DSLR riser, which works with the MBP1. So first we put the riser on, make sure that it's snug, and then we want to mount our DSLR camera onto the riser. As you see, we have a lip over here to hold the front of the camera in place. You're going to have the camera at the correct height for the matte box in the front. All right, now what we want to do with the MBP1 Pro is, of course, add the plate from the tripod. So let's line everything up, and we're able to use a 3/8 size screw along with a screw that's a 1/4 20 in size. And now we're ready to put this onto the tripod. Now that we have the camera onto the tripod, we're going to move on to adding a follow focus. But as we can see here, we have a rubber ring on the outside of this Canon lens. And to be able to use this wheel properly for focusing, it's better if we add a zip gear. Once you have tightened the gear, you can take the tool that you used and screw it on top and use as a focus lever if you like. This is the MFF2, Mini Follow Focus 2. It has removable knobs, as you can see here, which is a new feature for the Mini Follow Focus 2. Keep in mind that this is useful for 15mm lightweight rods and not meant for bigger studio setups. This particular knob that we have here is a hard stop knob, and there's this adjustable stop over here. What you want to do is set up your lens so that you're at your macro. Make sure that your wheel is turned all the way to the top at the top witness mark. Lock it in place. Make sure this plunger is pushed in so that it goes between the hard stops. Put your gear into place like so, and now go down to where you're at infinity and move your hard stop into place. And now with this particular still lens, we have 2 stops from where the focus will move. And that's great because we're not going to lose our marks, and we can actually use the marking disc to be accurate. Now, to make sure that the lens doesn't move back and forth in this rig, it's really good to use a lens support. And we have something called the LS11, which, as you can see over here, fits right onto the rods underneath the lens. But to hold the lens in place, you're going to use a zip gear. And this time we're going to choose a part on the lens that's not moving. And as you can see here, this part is moving and this is moving, but this section right here is not. And we can put a zip gear on that. Now the only thing that's left is the matte box, which goes in the front right over there. Now this particular lens zooms in and out, and to be able to have a bellows system over here, the first thing that we have to do is screw on an adapter. And this light protection ring, the diameter is smaller than that of the matte box, which is 114. And this will allow us to have a lip for a bellows on the lens. So that goes like that, and now when you zoom in and out, this is what's going to happen. All right? And I'm going to use the Mini Matte Box 2. First thing that we want to do is prepare the MMB2 by putting a light protection around the edge. And we're going to go ahead and use this on the lightweight rails so that it's nice and secure. And you cinch it up like so, and I now have a bellows system for the lens. It doesn't allow any light to leak through. Now that we have our matte box in the front and our follow focus on here, we have a few accessories on the matte box that we can add. The first thing that we can add is a hand grip that goes on right over here. I have another option on this matte box, which is the viewfinder adapter for when you want to be right here looking at your frame. I want to make sure that I have rods coming out the back so that I can add a shoulder pad. So I'm going to take lightweight rods, tighten it in there, take the universal mounting bracket, which looks like this, and add shoulder pad. Now that we have that in place, our finishing touch, the top flag. And this actually comes with the MMB2 Mini Matte Box 2, so you don't buy it separately. Once you have the top flag in place, your kit is ready to go. Just to review, Mini Base Plate 1 with a DSLR riser, and this is the Pro version of the Mini Base Plate, so it has the rods coming out the front and the back. We have an MFF2 on here, and we're using a hard stop knob so that we don't go past macro and infinity. This is the MMB2 Mini Matte Box 2, and we have the hand grip option and the viewfinder adapter. And since we're using it for still lenses, we're using a light protection kit, which you can get for a variety of lenses. And lastly, we have our SP1, which comes off the back rails. Even when using a camera like this PL Mount 5D from Hot Rod Cameras, you can use our mini accessories setup in the same way. As you can see here, the lens support for the PL mount mounts right onto the rods while using the DSLR riser with the MMB1 Mini Base Plate. And here what I'm going to do is go ahead and add a CP2 PL mount lens to the front, and we can see that everything's lined up perfectly and the lens support is in place. And now I can just go ahead and put the MMB2 in the front and line it up with the lens. Because the MMB2 has an opening of 114 millimeters, it's perfect for a lens like the CP2, which has that diameter. And here I can tighten it in, so I'm holding the lens in the front, and we have everything secured down. Make sure we tighten the matte box onto the rails. You have a really nice studio setup for your hot rod converted PL mount 5D or Canon 7D. So you too can put this kit together. All you have to do is check out the part numbers that we have in the video, or you can go online to ARRI.com and look up professional camera accessories. Once you do that, you will find all kinds of information about these and other exciting products that we have for accessorizing any camera that you might be using for a professional production. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.